Welcome. Today I'm at the Big Chute Marine Railway in the township of Georgian Bay. It is Lock 44 of the Trent-Severn waterway in Ontario. It is the only one of its kind in North America still in use. It is operated by Parks Canada. The original marine railway was built in 1917 with the current design in place since 1978. It cost $3 million to build.
Geez, got here just in time for the rain.
While I waited for the rain to let up, I went down the street to a restaurant for some lunch. Here we see our first look at the carriage to move the boats. We also get a sense of its size. There is lots of signage to tell you about the railway, the land, and the wildlife around the lock. Here we see the original carriage and track used until 2003. You can see how it used actual railway tracks. In the center of the tracks you can see a roller where the control cable ran to keep the cable from being damaged. And here we can see the original control building. Beside the lock is a dam. On the top side it seems calm, but on the bottom side there are lots of rapids. Here's our first look of the lock in action. You can see how there are gates like at a train crossing to protect vehicles and people. You can see a couple of the workers on the upper deck of the carriage, running it and preparing for the entrance to the water. You will notice that it has 4 legs, with 2 wheels on each leg. And in the center is where the 4 control cables connect to the carriage. The boats are taken completely out of the water and supported by straps to prevent damage. Here's the machine room for the lock. The control cables wind and unwind on these large spools that are turned by 4 200 horsepower motors. These are what actually move the carriage. They can move up to 91 metric tons, or 100 imperial tons. The cables move in these guideways on the road, and on these pulleys to move the carriage. As it passes close to us here, you can really get a feel for how tall the carriage is when it is out of the water. It can carry a boat up to 30.48 meters long and a width of 7.32 meters. Beside these wheels, we can see a ladder the crew can use to get on the carriage, as well as the pulleys to guide the electrical cables to and from the control building. As it stops here, we can see the crew get on and off the carriage from the top of the control building. The carriage legs are actually on 4 separate tracks, 2 per side. This allows the carriage to remain level over the 18-meter change in water levels. Here we see 2 boats being loaded onto the cradle. I sped it up to show the process.
Hi, how are you? Good. Yeah.
As the carriage climbs out of the water, we'll follow it on its entire journey. Again, I've sped it up. This is the view as the boats are being unloaded. You can see the fabric cradles falling away from the boats as the boats are refloated. And as these boats leave the lock, I'm going to say goodbye for now.
Thanks for watching, and please subscribe, and click the notification bell to be notified when I release new videos. Bye for now.